We have a new moon in Libra happening on October 21st at 5:25 a.m. Pacific time. This Libra new moon is happening at the very end of Libra, so it is bringing all of the wisdom and whatever we've been able to integrate into this new beginning. I'm Margaret Miller, and I'm coming to you from the Free to Be Free portal, and thank you for joining me here. So let's go ahead and begin to look at this energy of the new moon in Libra, where the sun and the moon are together at 29 degrees of Libra. And as I said in the opening, this is at the very end of Libra. So all of the degrees of Libra have been passed through already as we come into this new moon. When a new moon happens at the end of a sign, it says that new beginning has within it the potential of all of the wisdom and all of the maturity that has been gained through that sign. So let's go ahead and look at the chart here. It's quite a powerful chart. Okay, here we have the sun and the moon together right here at 29 degrees of Libra. It's 28 degrees 22 minutes, but we round up because we also look at Sabian symbols. And so Libra, again, is the sign of relationships. It's a sign of harmony and balance and bringing things into equilibrium, and really has a lot of graciousness and a lot of charm and a lot of ability to harmonize people, situation, and circumstances. And that's what it's about. It's bringing things into balance. So this new moon at the 29th degree, the Sabian symbol for this is quite powerful. It is humanity pushing forward in their quest for knowledge. And this has a very, very strong theme about really us coming to understand that all of the knowledge and wisdom that we require comes from within each of us. Our own knowing comes from inside of our own bodies, and this quest for knowledge and the humanity's need to understand and to come into new understandings and new levels of wisdom is being really pushed upon. Like, we are really at a point where we are ready to push forward as a humanity to understand and to have more deeper knowledge of things that maybe we haven't understood before. And really, this is quite interesting also because the gene key that is associated with Libra 29 is gene key 50, and it is the shadow of corruption, the gift of equilibrium, and the city of harmony. So here we have the gene key really reflecting that energy. And gene key 50 is called, the chapter is called Cosmic Order. And so it's really, the shadow of corruption. Yes, we see corruption in the world, but it really talks about sort of corruption at a much more basic level also, which is, we can kind of think of as data corruption. And so this is corruption in the ways of our thought forms, the way that we have been taught to think, and the way that we operate in hierarchies, for instance. And so when we come into the gift level, in order to bring that corruption into harmony, we have to, because that corruption, that hierarchical thinking, was a path for survival in the past, but it propagates really deep division among humans. And because we begin to compare, which leads to jealousy and greed, and ultimately to social corruption. And so fear corrupts the data. All of the shadow frequencies are always about fear, and it corrupts our thinking. And at the gift frequency, equilibrium is achieved through honesty, through all hidden agendas being laid out on the table, and then looking at diversity, among ourselves as a gift, as our potential resources, and and looking for common ground from there. And so to me, this has, it's definitely a very Libra, infused theme. And so this new beginning is just the beginning point of us coming into this greater understanding, right? And in order for humanity to be served, in order for that equilibrium to become harmony, right? Harmony is the Siddhic frequency of that 50th gene key, where the sun and the moon are here in this new moon. Harmony is constant and infinite. Harmony is the true nature of the universe and everything in it. And so it is always here. We just have to come into resonance with it, right? We have to come into alignment with the true nature of our being, and then we begin to harmonize with the universe and with all that is. And so what beautiful symbology for this new moon and its new beginnings in Libra. And it's interesting also because the very next day, of course, the sun moves into Scorpio. And so we're bringing all of that Libra wisdom into the next sign. And so let's look at some of the aspects to this new moon. We have a square here to Jupiter in Cancer, and Jupiter is at Cancer 25. And this Sabian symbol is: a willful man is overshadowed by a descent of superior power. Or there is another way the symbol is expressed, and it says a mantle, or a mantle is thrown over a man's right shoulder. And this is talking about really, well, it's kind of clear, it's that in order for us to overcome our own will, we have to be in alignment with divine will. And so this overshadowing of a superior power, like really having the grace and the wisdom and so forth descend on us. And this is Jupiter. So Jupiter is about expansion and higher consciousness and higher knowledge, and really coming into greater abundance through our wisdom. It has the energy of and the potential of wisdom, but it's in a square aspect here, so it means that it's a friction aspect. And so there is going to be some struggle and some friction and pushback to that goal of equilibrium and harmony being achieved. And so squares, the hard aspects I always look at as very positive. In even though the trines, which we have a grand trine here, but are these flowing, easeful, graceful energies. The squares and the oppositions and so forth, the difficult aspects, are the ones that really make that cause us, that almost force us to make the needed changes in order for the highest outcome to be achieved. And so we have this square between Jupiter and the sun and the moon, and then we have a square between Pluto and the sun and the moon. And Pluto here is now direct at this new moon, and is at 2 degrees of Aquarius. And 2 degrees of Aquarius, the Sabian symbol, is an unexpected thunderstorm. And Pluto, as we know, is power. It's death and rebirth and transformation and transfiguration. And it really is, you know, causing us to change at a very deep and fundamental level. And in this square to the new moon, the Sabian symbol here, the unexpected thunderstorm, is reminding us, it's, is this a challenging aspect, this square, again, the friction aspect, is saying that there are these unforeseen forces, these uncontrollable forces of nature that sort of level the playing field in at very unexpected and maybe even very difficult times, and can, I mean, it's also, I think James Burgess says in his description of this, that all life is ephemeral. And so that there are these forces that are not controllable by humans that can come into play in our in creating really the new beginning. So these are the two most obvious and powerful aspects. You can see here that we have an inconjunct between the new moon, the sun and the moon, and Uranus here at the 1st degree of Gemini. And we also have an inconjunct between the new moon and Neptune at the 1st degree of Aries. So here we have this configuration again that we've talked about before of the yod. And usually, the yod is interpreted in natal charts as the finger of fate. And I kind of look at it that same way, excuse me, in this chart as well, with the point of the finger pointing at this new beginning. An inconjunct is a push-pull aspect, and so it's also a challenging aspect, but it's asking us to look at both sides and to really, really look at where we get thrown off and taken off course. That's sort of the really powerful value of an inconjunct. It's a difficult one to resolve. It may not be resolved. It may just give us awareness, and that's a really powerful role that an inconjunct plays in a chart. So here with this inconjunct to Uranus at the 1st degree of Gemini, the Sabian symbol is a glass-bottomed boat reveals undersea wonders. And so this is about discovering new dimensions in consciousness, new dimensions in our universe, and really a powerful symbol here at the beginning of Gemini. And Gemini, of course, is about learning, and it's about the mind, and it's about communication, and it's about our understanding and wanting to gain more knowledge, right? It's a very active and eager seeker of information and knowledge and wisdom. So that's the inconjunct to, and its gene key here is gene key 20, which is the shadow of superficiality, the gift of self-assurance, and the city of presence. And so there is a suggestion that to come into presence is where then we can begin to uncover those deep undersea waters in that glass-bottomed boat in the Sabian symbol here. So then we have this inconjunct also to Neptune, which still and really closely now at 0 degrees and 1 minute of Aries, the very beginning, the creator degree of Aries, right? Not just the creator degree of Aries, but the creator degree of the zodiac, right? This is about new beginnings, and Neptune has been sitting around this degree for some time now, and will be exact later on this day, on the new moon day as it moves retrograde and then moves back into Pisces for one last fling in Pisces. But at the creator degree, right, it is talking about major new beginnings, right? And Neptune is our highest level of love. It's the higher octave of Venus, and it's sitting in the Sabian symbol also of universal love, right? That's the shadow, Gene Key 25, the shadow of constriction, the gift of acceptance, and the city of universal love. So this Sabian symbol I've spoken about several times because Neptune has been sitting here for a while, is a woman rises out of the ocean and a seal embraces her. And this is the becoming the essence of the soul's potential or the soul's incarnation. And it's really this incredible recognition of potential, what can become. And so what beautiful energies pointing their finger to this new moon, right? There is potential for us to come into some new awarenesses and new understandings. The last thing that I want to talk about, there's other aspects here, not directly to the moon, but there's some other aspects going on that are important. And one is this Grand Water Trine between Jupiter, Mars, and Mercury in a very close conjunction here in Scorpio, and Neptune and Saturn in Pisces. Now, the Grand Water Trine isn't exact until tomorrow, but it's very close. It's out of sign in Aries, in a fire sign, this Neptune is, until tomorrow. But tomorrow, they all are in these water trines, these water signs, and become a Grand Water Trine. Now, Grand Water Trine is this energy of flow. It's a trine is the energy of flow anyway. And then it is this fluid energy. It's the emotional energy. There can be a lot of emotional energy here. There can be a lot of depth and intuition coming forward. There can be a lot of sensitivity, creativity, healing, charm, grace, imagination, empathy, right? So this is an energy that is gracing this new moon as well. And so what a beautiful new moon chart. So I really invite you to utilize the energy of this Libra new moon to find the places to create a new beginning with balance and harmony, and allow yourself to really reach for that understanding and that knowledge and that wisdom that's available to you when you align yourself and your body with the earth and with the source, and we become those channels, we become that bridge. This is sort of the symbolism of this new moon as I'm interpreting it. So I hope that you found something valuable from this, and I hope that you do something for yourself to mark a new beginning at this new moon. And have a beautiful day, and we'll see you next time.